Hi, welcome to our new podcast where we discuss NBA and we argue.
This is Timeout with Jake and Stockton. I'm Jake.
I'm Stockton.
Alright, so today our first debate is on top current NBA players. We're going to be going from 10 to the first best player in the NBA. I know our lists are super different. We decided to make this podcast because we argue about literally everything in the NBA, so we just thought we'd put a camera on to see what people thought about it. So.
Oh, and we also both use Basketball Reference for our stats, so they're pretty accurate.
Yeah. Alright, so you want to start with number 10?
Okay. Number 10, I have Kyrie Irving. I think he's barely in the top 10 just because his leadership has fallen off this year, and he's barely averaging 23 points, I think. I just feel like he's fallen off since last year. Not a ton. He's still a great player, don't get me wrong, but he just can't prove he can lead a team in the playoffs, so.
Really?
Yeah. Your number 10?
Number 10, I have Damian Lillard, Portland Trail Blazers. This year, he's proved in the playoffs that he can lead a team farther than what he did last year against the Pelicans. Holiday lockdown. I think that his offensive skill set is a lot different than anyone else in the NBA. I think his ability to create off the dribble is probably second best to Kyrie, but you think he has the best or what?
We disagree about Kyrie and Lillard. I think Lillard's better. He thinks Kyrie's better.
I don't have Kyrie in my top 10.
But you have Lillard?
Yeah, Lillard.
That's surprising. Okay, so that means I won that.
I think, just because of the playoffs, I think that's what changed my mind. But I've always been a huge Kyrie stan.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Kyrie fan too.
Yeah, he just hasn't been able to prove his leadership with the stacked team that he has, and his poor shooting is just adding a lot of stuff.
It's so surprising. Their depth is insane, yet they cannot get out of the first round. The Bucks are going to destroy them in this next game.
Exactly. They're already down 3-1. It's just kind of hard to see, Kyrie struggle. I think his mindset is already on next year. Wherever he's going to go, wherever he lands, no one really knows. You think it's the Nets?
Oh yeah, I think he's going to the Nets.
I think it's probably the Knicks. Why would he go to the Nets over the Knicks?
I think about it. Kyrie and D'Angelo.
He's not even going to be playing next year.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
He's going to be high on freaking marijuana.
No, he'll be with LeBron and Tyronn Lue.
And the Lakers. Yeah, that'd be nice. I think he's going to the Knicks, though. I think that's a done deal. I think that the Knicks knew that going in from the trade deadline. I think that they knew that they were going to get Kyrie because I think that's why they traded Porzingis, so they had 2 max free agency spots.
Yeah, sure.
But who knows? We'll see this offseason, I guess.
Okay. So number 9, I have Paul George. I just feel like he hasn't proven he can lead a team, just like Kyrie. I feel like he just needs to prove that he is that person that can carry no matter what the circumstances, especially with a player like Russell Westbrook by his side. You should easily be making it to the Western Conference Finals with Russell Westbrook.
I think so.
Oh yeah, with Paul George,
they were the 6th seed this year, which is super surprising.
I would have thought 3rd, but
no, because I think the Trailblazers were the 3rd seed, right?
No, I'm saying I would have thought they were going to be the 3rd before the season started.
Yeah, Paul George had a great first half of the season. We saw that he was 3rd in MVP voting for most of the season, but after the trade deadline?
Yeah.
He started falling off. His shooting was just horrible to even watch.
I think Kawhi Leonard took over MVP 3rd.
Yeah, I agree. Paul George didn't make my list for that reason because I feel like they had too much star power.
Still should have made the list, but
yeah, I don't have Westbrook on my list either.
Me neither.
We both hate Westbrook, so
I don't hate Rob.
I hate Westbrook.
I don't. I'm not biased. Okay. Who's your 9 though?
Number 9, I have Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
Nikola Jokic was actually I'd probably put him at 3rd MVP voting this year.
Maybe.
He was the 1st seed in the West, which how hard the West is.
2nd seed.
I don't think so.
No, Nuggets were 2nd seed.
Okay, so it's 1st or 2nd seed.
It's 2nd.
Okay.
I know it is.
2nd seed, he was leading that team. He had a good supporting cast, but I think his unique skill set with the passing ability that he has, obviously
all the triple doubles.
Yeah, he balled out this season. I think he doesn't get enough credit that he deserves, and he did make it farther than I think a lot of people thought. I think that a lot of people had the Spurs winning in the first round.
Oh yeah, I did in 7.
Yeah, but we see Jokic just take over games just in so many different ways, and I have him at 9 for that reason.
I have him at 11. I feel bad, but I just feel like he needs a little
more. You think
more.
he's worse than freaking Paul George?
But I just feel like he has more to prove since he's so young. He still hasn't.
What does he have to prove?
He still hasn't done anything for the Nuggets. He really hasn't.
What has Paul George done for anybody?
Okay, you're not wrong, but I still think Paul George is a better.
How is he better than Nikola Jokic?
He's still
in what category?
Scorer. He's the better scorer and shooter.
Is he a better shooter? Statistically, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he is.
On what level? Like
His
field goal percentage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to look that up real quick?
No.
Alright, so number 9 he has.
I had Paul George.
He had Paul George. Alright, yeah. And then I have Nikola Jokic.
Okay. Number 8, I have Damian Lillard. I didn't even think he was going to make my top 10, but, well, like, at the beginning of the season. But this season he's really proved he can lead a team, and I think beating that Thunder team was insane, especially the way he did it. I think everybody knows the way he did it. That was pretty insane.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know.
Who's your 8?
8, I have Anthony Davis, center for the New Orleans Pelicans. This year there's a lot of controversy around his name. He requested a trade deadline early in the season, which obviously, destroyed the Pelicans' morale as well as, the Lakers. We saw that affect them pretty negatively, but I still think his ability to score in the post is, I think there's only one other player that can do it like that, but that being Joel Embiid. I just think that he's one of the most dominant players in the NBA. So
I didn't put Anthony Davis on my list due to the fact that he didn't play a lot of the season.
Taylor has the ball for the final shot. He's looking unstoppable in this new February gear from Kids Foot Locker. 3, 2, 1.
Rejected by Anthony Davis. The stadium is...
What was it? Wait, who's your number 8?
So number 8,
Anthony Davis. So yeah, I didn't have him.
Okay, so you didn't have him because he just had the minute restriction then?
Yeah, and he just chose not to play so much.
I don't think he did choose. I don't think that was a decision.
Okay, but either way, at the end of the day, he didn't play as much.
Yeah.
I didn't add him because of that.
That's fair enough on this season, solely based on that. At number 7, I have Joel Embiid, center for the...
I also have Joel Embiid.
At 7?
Yeah.
Wow, we agreed on one thing.
Wow.
I don't think that's going to happen again.
I bet one more tops, that's it.
I don't. For the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid, best center in the NBA.
By far.
Despite if you think Anthony Davis is a center power forward, I still think Joel Embiid has the best center rank.
And he can shoot better.
Yeah, he can.
He's proved he can shoot a 3.
I think he's the most dominant player. Actually, never mind. I take that back. I think Giannis is the most dominant player in the NBA. But I think as far as big man go, I think he's the most dominant center. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's
in the
fair.
NBA. His ability to play defense as well as play great offense is just, I think, it's crazy. I just think the only thing that he can do to improve is he's just always hurt. I think that makes him not lower on the list.
His durability is terrible.
Yeah, his ability not to be able to play games. He seems super out of shape. Like in the first half, he's doing his thing, but in the second half, he just kind of seems really tired.
One thing that I know centers don't get a lot of these, but I think he could improve on his stealing. He averages not even a steal a game. He averages 0.7. So if he could just work on that, defensively he's a great player. I mean, he averages 2 blocks a game.
I think his centers have blocks. They don't need steals. Or do you think they need both?
I think they need both. In today's NBA, steals are huge. And he's already averaging a double-double of 27.5 and 13.5 rebounds, so I think if he just added steals to his game, he could be even higher on my list next year.
Yeah, so durabilities and for Stockton, steals are the 2 things that Joel Embiid needs to do to get higher. I definitely think he'll be a top 3 player in the NBA in a couple years, so we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, and then number 6, I have Kawhi Leonard. No question about it. He's just a great player, one of the most dominant defensive players, especially his position. And his hands, huge.
Yes, huge hands. That is why he's at number 6.
No, but seriously, he's so good. And he can shoot the 3. He can guard the 3. He can guard anywhere in the court. Let's be real. He really can guard anybody. He's always on the star player.
He's the best defender in the NBA.
It depends what you mean. On-ball defender. On-ball defender, yes.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly is a better off-ball defender.
Fair enough.
And Rudy Gobert is a better off-ball defender.
Rudy Gobert sucks.
Are you serious?
I don't like Rudy Gobert. can't be biased though. So, anyways, he's not on our top 10, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, who's your 6?
At number 6, this is where it gets super controversial. I have James Harden of the Houston
Oh,
Rockets.
okay, that's a bit of a defeat. Nope.
I just think the other players have something else. I think.
Wait. Can you please explain to me how 5 players are better than James Harden? Like,
Based on this season, I wouldn't say that. I just think it was overall players that. I just think.
Okay, but
hold on.
okay, sorry.
Just kidding. James Harden's offensive ability is the best we've seen at least this season.
In a lot of seasons, nobody's ever had an entire defense have to adjust to one player. That's insane.
I think the only player we've seen that from in the last 20 years, or no, I don't want to say, maybe 20 years is Kobe Bryant. I think his.
Okay, but they changed their defensive strategy, but not their entire game plan.
Exactly. That's the thing. I just think James Harden on the offensive end is great. I think with D'Antoni's system, he fits it very well. I don't know how well he would do in any other system. I think he's the MVP of the league this year because he's been able to carry the Rockets to where they've been.
I agree. Especially with such a terrible start this season.
Yeah, they were the 11th seed like 3 weeks into this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have James Harden number 6.
That's insane to me. Okay, my number 5 is Steph Curry, greatest shooter in the league. He can do really well off ball. He can do really well on ball. He's ball dominant, yet he averages. Wait, let me see what his stats are. He's getting 5.5 assists and 27.3 points a game. That's with having Kevin Durant.
Surrounded by 3 other All-Stars.
Doing that, I feel like last year, or like 2 years ago, maybe he would have been higher in the list, but just Kevin Durant has taken away some of that spotlight from him. So, who's your number 5?
At number 5, I have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I have a little bit.
I know that's super controversial. I have like the top 2 MVPs back-to-back, 6 and 5, but I think Giannis's ability to, I think he's the most dominant player in the NBA. He's a great defender. He's a great offensive scorer, not shooter. I think he elevates his team because of the way he plays. I think the Milwaukee Bucks have a perfect team around him. I think he's just surrounded by shooters, and that's what makes him so good. I mean, obviously he has his skill too, but just for me though, I think the other players I have on top of him just have a better ability to lead a team and to take over games that I haven't seen from Giannis. So,
ability to lead a team.
Yes.
He led them to the first seed.
Yeah, but he only played like 30 minutes. He didn't need to lead anything. Like with James Harden, he literally had to carry that team on his back.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And the other players on the team literally.
Okay, but what you're saying is James Harden, he's below Giannis, and you said the players above him.
Yeah, I just think Giannis' ability to play both ways makes him better than Harden.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I have Harden or Giannis over Harden.
Okay. Well, number 3, I have James Harden.
Wait, you skipped 4.
Oh, 4?
Yeah.
Oh, I had Giannis. Okay, so I had Giannis.
What's your argument for debating 4 and 5?
I think Giannis is just more dominant than Steph Curry.
Really?
Steph Curry dominated the NBA for a couple of years there, but
he's
I think
going
Giannis
to next
is
year.
taking over.
He's going to next year.
Steph Curry?
Yeah, I'm calling it right now.
I think Giannis will control the league next year.
Why? Never mind. Okay, so you said let's go to number 4 then?
Yeah, number 4 was Giannis.
Okay, number 4 I have Kawhi Leonard. His ability to play both sides of the ball is just insane. I think
best two-way player in the league.
Best two-way player in the league. He's, I think the reason why I have him so high is probably because of how he's playing in the playoffs right now. He's having a historical playoff run.
His back hurts though.
He's just.
The Raptors are playing full Raptors basketball right now in the playoffs. That's just their lingo, you know.
The Raptors have been sucking. I mean, Pascal's been struggling. Kyle Lowry's been struggling.
Kyle Lowry always struggles, though. That's not a surprise.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
It is.
Danny Green's been struggling. I just think Kawhi's, leadership and just on-ball IQ, off-ball IQ, and just leadership is just out of. I think he's better than Curry and Giannis for that reason. I think if you put freaking Kawhi Leonard on the Rockets, They do better against the Warriors. I think they do better in the regular season. I just don't think he's not really that guy to be, shooting 30 shots, but I think if he did, he'd be pretty good. He's been efficient all through the playoffs, all through the season. Just no depth. I just don't see any flaw in his game at all.
It's not really a major flaw, but he's only averaging 3.3 assists a game. So if he could just work on his assists, I think that's
but if
good.
your teammates can't even make a freaking layup like Kyle Lowry, then it's kind of hard to do.
He does have 9.5 win shares this season. So
Is that the highest in the NBA?
no, I think James Harden has 15.2. Yeah,
That's pretty.
that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so we're on 3.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 I have James Harden. I mean, my only argument, because I don't think I even need one, he's the top 3. But the reason I have him at 3 is no player has ever made an entire defense change their entire strategy for an entire playoff series. You look at the Jazz.
LeBron had to do it in the finals, all through against the Warriors. Every single series finals, they always changed it around him.
It's not just the way that they play, but how Rubio's guarding him from behind.
Yeah,
That's insane.
They have to try something different because James Harden is
exactly. He can score, and he's so Everybody thinks he's just a 3-point shooter, but he's so underrated. The way he drives to the hoop is insane too.
Yeah,
his floaters are insane.
Why? I just don't understand the argument why he'd be better than Giannis or Kawhi Leonard. They both play off the ball a lot better than him. They both play better defense. They both.
But James Harden, you even said James
better
Harden leads a team
rebounders.
better.
What?
You even said earlier James Harden leads a team better. So
Then well, I just don't think.
leadership is a huge standpoint.
Sure, it is. I just think that if we're just talking about overall players, though, I just think Giannis and Kawhi Leonard are better.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your number 2?
Number 2, I have LeBron James, and it sucks to say, I think his reign has been over this year. I think he just didn't really look like he was trying most of the season. I think he just I don't know, he's just lackluster. He just wasn't playing the defense that we expect, but his statistics show that he's still that guy.
Almost
he's
a triple-double.
Yeah, almost a triple-double. All but respect for him. I just think this season Kevin Durant has been better, so that's why I have it 1. I think that
He's gonna be better when you're injured. So.
Yeah, he did miss 20 games this year, which is pretty upsetting. I think the Lakers do make the playoffs if he wasn't hurt. But with that being said, I just think that Kevin Durant is now the best player in the NBA.
Okay, well, I have it the other way around. Which, I see your argument, but I think Kevin Durant is number 2. I think he's shown that he's a great playoff performer. I think he's shown that years past, but this year, he's shown that
he's
a
the
lot
best
more.
player in the playoffs right now.
That's true.
By far.
He's doing really well, but I feel like people are overrating that Clippers series. He scored 51, but
How is it overrated?
Patrick Beverly was guarding him. He's 6'2".
Patrick Beverly's a great defender.
Okay, but he's an entire foot taller. Kevin Durant's gonna reach over.
Yeah,
every shot.
that's why I think Kevin Durant's the best player, because he's unstoppable and unguardable. Doesn't matter who you are.
He's guardable.
You put Al Horford on Giannis, then he's slowed down just a little bit, as we've seen in that series.
Yeah, but LeBron's not guardable to the extent that
Yeah,
Kevin
that's
Durant
why I
is.
have him at 2. No. Tell me one person that's been able to stop Kevin Durant.
I'm not saying anybody can.
Yeah.
I'm saying people can slow him down, but nobody can really stop him.
Okay.
But nobody can
Who
stop
slow
LeBron.
it? Well,
Nobody can stop LeBron.
Kevin Durant kind of showed it last finals that he did, kind of.
He also needs to be carried by a team just to make it to the
Yeah,
finals.
it is pretty sad. Kevin Durant has something to prove.
Yeah, he really does. I don't think he's reigns me as much as Turks.
No.
Okay. And then number 1, I have LeBron. I think he is arguably the greatest of all time. I think he.
You know that you think he's the greatest of all time. Don't hide that.
I'm trying to take away bias, but he's averaging 27.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, 8.5 assists per game, 51% field goal percentage, and 34 3-point percentage, and 1.3 steals, and he has 7.2 win shares, and that's with missing 20 games, so he could be up to 12 win shares. So I think that he is definitely the best player, and I think Kevin Durant has more to prove to be that king of the NBA. So
Tell me one thing LeBron James is better at than Kevin Durant.
leadership, 100%. Kevin Durant proved he cannot lead a team.
Well, are you talking about those Thunder?
Yeah.
Those Thunder years.
Yep.
I honestly think Russell Westbrook is horrible for that reason. I think he has an effect on his team that
I think he does too.
I don't know. I think if Kevin Durant went to a team like the Knicks or the Nets, or a team that hasn't, gone as far, and he was able to, lead them farther than
I think if he can get a top 3 seed on a different team next year, then I am willing to give him that title of best player in the NBA. But he has not proved that. He hasn't.
So, other than leadership, can you say anything else?
As far as LeBron's stats and leadership are better.
Okay, but obviously stats are gonna get worse if you're playing with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
There's no way that you can argue against me that LeBron has the best basketball IQ in the NBA.
Yeah, but this year he has. I don't know. He was taking stupid shots and he wasn't guarding his man for no reason. You've seen those plays where he just rolls out the ball.
Can you tell me this though? When Michael Jordan wasn't playing defense, it was because he was smart and conserving it for offense. But when LeBron does that,
did that. Michael Jordan was like one of the greatest defenders of all time.
Yeah, but in his later years, he refused to play defense, and he got praised for it. But now LeBron doesn't. He doesn't. Just saying, all the other players are 34.
But that's what I'm just saying. LeBron is just. I don't know. Kevin Durant does play both sides of the ball. He doesn't need to conserve any defensive energy for offense.
Okay, well,
is that fair enough?
Yeah.
How many turnovers does LeBron have?
I don't know. I'm not looking that up.
I don't know. I think I hope LeBron bounces back next year. I hope he doesn't have anything to prove. I do think he's still the greatest of all time. But this year, I just think that Kevin Durant just was on a whole another level. Just insane. I just don't see. I don't see anyone slowing Kevin Durant down. I don't think there is a player in the NBA that can. So.
Yep. I agree.
So that's our top 10 NBA players right now.
Let us know if you disagree.
Yeah, let us know if you.
Which obviously you will, but.
This is our first episode. We're just trying to figure stuff out. Just let us know what you think, and we'll be back soon. Peace.